In terms of, you asked me who would I sign? Dembele from Barcelona. Exciting young player, gives you something different. Someone that can run at players, beat people. I think that's what Spurs are lacking at the moment. Something just completely different to everyone else. They've got a lot of midfield players that can run beyond Kane, like Dele Alli. Lamela at times can beat them, but Dembele out and out. 1v1 situation. Lucas Moura can do it as well, but I don't think he's more of a striker, becoming a striker now. But Dembele for me is that difference.
Yeah, but you have to there to make the background check as well. But because I read that Barcelona have big problems with him outside the field.
Yeah.
So those kind of things, I don't know if they are true or not.
Yes.
I'm just reading some news reports about it, but there must be something.
The latest was he turned up 2 hours late for training, which effectively means he missed training on a Sunday. Started against Spurs, scored against Spurs in the Champions League.
Yeah,
but he's still doing the business.
For sure. But what happens outside the field or at the training ground or something, those kind of things are very important for the dynamic of the squad and of the team as well. And I wouldn't think any manager wanted somebody who has negative influence on others or he's having other rules than the rest of the squad. So those kind of things you have to keep in mind as well when you sign a player that they actually fit in the group. And it's not. I'm not saying that everything has to be in harmony and there's no confrontations or anything. That those are when you are a group and everyone wants to win and. There's always confrontations.
But when you have an outstanding player who is the star of a team, how much leeway does a manager give him? I mean, I've heard stories from multiple players about, I know this is before your time, but Cantona and how Sir Alex kind of treated him differently. Yeah. What about when, say, Ronaldo was there? I mean, did Sir Alex treat anybody a little bit different? Because...
Oh, he was treated different, Ronaldo. Oh, my goodness. Don't worry. He had his own mirror.
He had his own mirror?
He had his own mirror.
Okay.
They didn't even give me the mirror, so I don't know what they're trying to tell me, or like I'm not as good looking. No, I'm just joking. But no, it's called man management, and Alex amazing in that. I saw the change because when Ronaldo arrived, a young player couldn't speak the language at the beginning, so it was more of put his arm around his shoulder, speak to him, and encourage him. Because at the beginning, when Ronaldo arrived, it was all about embarrassing people, doing the step overs, wanting to just destroy defenders and not even worry about crossing or scoring. And then, as soon as you start to learn that, and that's because of the support of Sir Alex, you saw the different Ronaldo. And as soon as you realized he had to score goals and assist, it was all over. So, man management for me.
Man management.
I think that's the magic of the great managers in the world, that they take everything out of the player. That I think you need to have some kind of discipline, that you can't give anyone like free to do anything what they want, timekeeping and stuff like that. So you have to have limits and you have to have rules and discipline. But then you can take your arm around somebody that that they are performing better like this, and somebody you have to kick in the backside a little bit and to do more and to work harder and stuff to get best out of him. So that's kind of a game every manager I think faces some stage of the career.
Because you hear so much about someone like Sir Alex, but there's a brilliant anecdote which you can see online from Lee Sharp talking about how when Cantona kung fu kicked the fan at Crystal Palace and Sir Alex scolded the entire team, but when Eric Cantona came in and says, "Oh, Eric, can't do that." You're kind of letting him get away with it, in a way. I know he was suspended, etc., but you don't expect that from someone like Sir Alex in the way he handled Eric Cantona.
But he got the best out of him. I think that was the most important, and maybe that's the kind of relationship he had. I remember when Wayne Rooney arrived, I saw the way he spoke to young Wayne. Not young Wayne, but obviously grown up now, but as the way he spoke to Dwight York, to Roy Keane and those guys, it's a different form because all these young players were coming into the team and he realized, hold on a minute, I need to treat them differently because I want them to be the future. So But in the case of Ronaldo, if I may go back, this was a special case because Ronaldo was like, you had to kind of pull him back. He had that ridiculous desire and determination to want to be the best. So Ronaldo would go after training and do half an hour step overs, free kicks, sprints, gym. And you had to tell Ronaldo like a day before game, it's okay, we got a game tomorrow. But he was so obsessed. So once you get the player in that form and you have to kind of bring it back, then it's the perfect ingredient. So some players don't have that desire, don't have that determination to want to work extra. So it was just perfect for Ronaldo.
Did Gerrard have as much determination as that when he was younger?
He was determined.
As equally determined as someone like Ronaldo from...
I think Stevie always trained 100%. That he was so concentrated and wanted to improve in training. That I don't remember that if he spent a lot of time in a gym.
Weren't his game.
In a gym, but on the field when we were training, he was always giving his all and wanting to be the best and wanting to win every single day in training as well. And that kind of desire he had, and he has shown this for years as well on the field and on the big stage as well. That desire to win.
Yeah, and you mentioning Sir Alex and his management. What about your time? I mean, you had Gerard Houllier, if I remember correctly. You had Rafa Benitez.
Yes.
Were they good managers? Did you pick up from them when you yourself became a manager?
Yeah, I think everyone asked me who was the best manager I had, and it's very difficult to say because everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and I think some kind of combination between Houllier and Benitez would be the perfect manager.
And what would you take from both of them?
Benitez was very strong in the tactical side of the game. That he was very precise and very
detailed.
Yeah, I learned a lot from him, like on the tactical side and different areas of the game. And Houllier was maybe a bit weaker on the tactical side, but he was a good manager. That he somehow did things that the atmosphere in the team was very good, and I think combination of those two would be maybe a perfect manager for me.
Rafa was a bit cold, wasn't he? You wouldn't be the first to say it. I mean, Gerrard wrote it in his book.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
He's Spanish as well. How can he be cold?
I know. You would know. You played in Spain after all.